Bring Saturday morning vibes to every day with locally roasted specialty coffees, Lotus energy drinks, and tons of breakfast cereals with toppings. And did we mention they have video games to play while you're there too? Control Coffee and Cereal Bar open 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the weekends at 15th and Pine Lake.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, a slight chance of showers and storms early this morning. Otherwise, mainly sunny and warm with a high near 82. Tonight, a chance of showers and storms. Otherwise, partly cloudy, low near 60. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies. It'll be breezy and warm with a high near 83. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins'. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Attention all Wings fans. Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays, enjoy 89-cent boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.29 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Buffalo Wings and Rings today on 68th and O or in Williamsburg Village.
It takes hard work to make Nebraska the right place to raise a family, build a business, or grow a community. We're counting on working parents to make it happen, and they're counting on childcare professionals to have their backs. Employers and other contributors can earn up to a $100,000 tax credit for strengthening childcare in our communities and state. Learn more at nebraskachildcaretaxcredit.org. Brought to you by First 5 Nebraska and Nebraska Children and Families Foundation and aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through March 30th, enjoy USDA Choice whole beef short loin for $9.99 per pound, cut and wrapped for free. Plus, a 3-day sale from Thursday through Saturday of USDA Choice 8-ounce New York strip steaks, just $7.88 each. Northern Fisheries salmon portions $9.99 per 2-pound box, and a handle of Tito's handmade vodka, just $28.99. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197. When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call John Henry's at 402-435-5555 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-435-5555.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and March Madness is here, and Koppel is ready to rock and roll. We just closed the books on a tremendous February, and we're locked and loaded for a big March. True 0% APR is happening right now at Koppel on select new models. Koppel also has over 10,500 off list on new select models. So please stop on by and see what confident driving and confident buying is all about. We're right down 144th Street or online at koppelcars.com. All deals with approved credit, 0% is standalone.
Right now, when you drive by Honda of Lincoln, you'll see more than 200 new Hondas and over 125 pre-owned vehicles. Hi, Charlie Stone here, and with me on the line is Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, how does it feel to have so many vehicles in stock again for your customers?
Charlie, it feels amazing to see how excited our customers are. They love the ability to see, test drive, and take immediate delivery of the exact new Honda they're looking for.
Do you have some good offers to talk about?
We sure do, Charlie. We're offering financing as low as 0.9% APR up to 72 months or great lease rates on every new Honda. It's the perfect time to drive away in the new Honda you've been dreaming of.
How about pre-owned, Andy?
We have over 125 pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Just about every make and model with prices starting at under $10,000.
Maybe it's time you experience the best, the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Early break.
Sort of interesting that we could all learn from. He doesn't look at himself just as a running back, he said. I look at myself as a weapon. You should follow suit. I'm not just a radio host, I'm a weapon.
Noted.
We're weapons.
Weapons.
Yes. Weapons of destruction.
With Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush from 6 to 9 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman and Austin Orman. Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What up? Happy Thursday, people. You heard it right. Jay Foreman, Austin Orman. We're Old School. We are brought to you by the Mercado, but we are coming at you live from Liquid Assets Sports Bar and Grill, 27th and Jamie Lane. Great food, great atmosphere. More importantly, family friendly. Want to welcome in the lady of the hour. You want to know why you're lady of the hour, Dana?
I make it happen.
Yeah, you make it happen, and that menu is on and popping, like we like to say. Welcome in. We must ask. We asked you off air. How long did it take you to come up with the menu? We already know, but tell everybody. Since it's so good, I just can't believe it took so short of a time.
It was just about a week. We had a deadline. We had things to do.
Yeah. Now, is it harder to decide, what, I guess, food to make or the names?
The names.
Yeah.
Food was easy. I've been cooking for a long time, and we got Dana's Rub all over here, and I've been putting that on a lot of things for a long time. So it was just scratching the back of my head for all these recipes. It was easy.
So it probably took you a little bit longer to come up with Dana's Rub than it did what the menu was going to be. How much trial and error went into making your own rub? I mean, that's a mark of honor to have your name on a rub.
That didn't even take long. I just knew what was tasty. I've been cooking so long, you just kind of know what to play with, and that just came about a few years ago, and I've stuck with it. It's good.
And so I'm gonna guess, but I'm gonna ask you: do you use the measurements, or you use by feel when you talk about when you make your rub or when you cook?
Most of the time it's by feel, but we have recipes so everybody in the back of the kitchen can make everything. So my Dana's Rub is totally measured out now, not just a handful of this. A handful of that, yeah.
The real Dana's Rub is when you do it by feel. The everyone else's, the for beginners like me, we would need it measured out for us. Tell us about your background, your journey through cooking.
Well, I did go to Southeast Community College.
My mom's a professor there. Love SEC.
Good. I have been in Lincoln for quite some time cooking. I started out at the Lincoln Country Club and just kind of fell in love with food. So that's what led me to go to college. Then after Lincoln Country Club, I helped Misty's for a while. Then I helped open Venue. Then after that, I helped open Texas Roadhouse. Then after that, I went back to Misty's for a while. And then after that, I was at the Hillcrest Country Club for 5 years. I was just out at the Beatrice Country Club.
Jake Sorensen, always gone, convenient.
Yep. And then, so now I'm here.
That's a lot of high-level food.
It's a lot of food.
That's awesome.
It's a lot of good food, too.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Misty's. Everybody knows Venue. So.
Yeah, your reputation everywhere you've gone has obviously been an uptick in the quality of food. I wanted to ask you, is there a difference between serving people at Hillcrest versus here at Liquid Assets?
I like this here because there, of course, it was members,
Yeah.
so I couldn't feed everybody.
Yeah.
And I do just like to feed the average Joe, just somebody who's just like me, just
Right.
like you. So
Yeah.
What differentiates your menu from other sports bars, right? Like why Liquid Assets? I mean, it looks incredible just by looking at it, but what do you take pride in doing here at Liquid Assets that other sports bars across Lincoln aren't doing?
a lot of things are from scratch. I am cooking my own chicken wings here. Our breaded chicken tenders are breaded by hand. We're not buying a lot of products in just to stick in the fryer. Yeah. I love, I guess, just cooking, so it's really easy.
What's
to
your
create all these
what's your
recipes.
top 2 things on the menu that you go to? So say somebody just came in, what would be two things that you'd recommend? Obviously, number 1 is obviously in a different atmosphere with your dry rub.
Yep.
But besides that,
My favorite burger that I put on the menu was that liquid gold smash. It has caramelized onions, cheddar cheese, and then a homemade gold cheese sauce.
oh,
So that goes on that, and then it's on a really good brioche bun that doesn't have many ingredients, or I guess I should say a lot of preservatives.
Right.
It's good and healthy for you. Yeah. Another fun thing about here is we have beef tallow that we cook in. So our fries, our onion rings, everything that goes in the fryer gets cooked in the beef tallow, which is of course healthy for you. And the flavor is amazing.
Those onion rings are hitting.
Yeah.
So whoever brought those out, whoever gave them to us, thank you very much. They are absolutely incredible. I've been an onion ring guy for a few years. These are at, if not the very top of the list for me. I do have to ask the names, right? I mean, you have the cooking background. We know the owners have more of a business background. That's pretty incredible. I love the names on the menu. Was that you? Was that them? How did like the stakeholder, the liquid gold, sell the dip, stuff like that, or buy the dip? Like, where did the business names come from?
Well, the business names actually came from my sous chef in the back, but it was suggested to us that we should have a good fun name to make sure just everything matched up to money and making money. So it was fun. I do like the names on there. I mean, Buy the Dip Basket, the Open Bell Nacho. The Open Bell Nacho is a great name.
Yeah, you got stock market skewers. I think, and also I think just obviously Liquid Assets obviously is a catchy name, and then obviously you can't have you need a catchy menu selections as well. I wanted to ask you about the what is it, caprese salad? That's not normal, but that's actually one of my favorite salads. So can you explain, to everybody out there about the caprese salad?
Yeah, so the caprese salad, we put it on a bed of arugula, which is a peppery lettuce. And then, of course, we got beautiful heirloom tomatoes, and I try to do a variety of colors so you can just get all the elements there. And then also it's fresh mozzarella that gets on there. And then we have a nice herb crouton. And then we just do a nice basil oil drizzle on top with a little bit of red wine vinegar and a little bit of olive oil, and then just some salt and pepper. Very simple, fresh, but good.
Yeah, see, it goes down with a nice bruise.
And see, other sports bars do simple.
Yeah.
They don't do fresh. They don't do healthy for you. I'm just blowing my mind. That when I come to sports bar, like I want comfort food. I want to kick back. But I can do that and still not feel terrible about myself. And it's win-win-win. Thank you for that.
It is win-win-win.
That means you want to have more, right?
That means I want to have more. It's true.
You got to keep lying to yourself. Well, you know what? It's healthy for you. We got a healthy bun. So we know what? I need another burger. Bring one home for the next day, man. That's it. I was telling Jake and obviously Austin, we have a person that works with us named Nick. He is a tester. So if you need to taste something new, Nick will not only taste it, he works for free, but he will tell you whether he likes it or not. I'm telling you, from the first time he set foot in here about a week and a half ago, right, Austin, he's been extremely impressed with not only the service, but the menu and the taste. So that's a big shout out to you. And obviously, I will tell you, I got 4 of those onion rings down real quick. Yeah, and I love the dipping sauce as well. So we appreciate it.
Yeah.
Tell us about the rest of the staff helping out in the kitchen back there.
Well, at the moment, I got 3 guys back there helping me out tonight, and we all have long backgrounds of cooking kitchen experience. Right now, I have Kale back there as my sous chef. He's been working with me for about 14 years, so we can just be back there and dance all night long, just work well together. I also have Silas. He just started with us, and he is just going to be a great catch. He's going to help us run this place nicely. And then I have another helper back there. His name's Matthew, and he's just another great performer and reliable. And it's all we really need.
We talk about teamwork in sports. What does teamwork in the kitchen look like? What does it sound like? More importantly, probably.
Oh, it's really teamwork, because one man can't do it all. You got to have somebody on the flat top taking care of the meats. Then you got to have somebody doing the sandwich parts, or maybe setting up salads. And then you have to have somebody who can marry and help you glue the rest of it together, the other fried items, the sides and other things like that. And then we still have to get it and run it all the way to the window. So we need bodies, we need the people, all of our team members to work together, and it works out good. Our timing here is quite fast.
Yeah, it's excellent service and excellent food. And I would, piggyback on what Austin is saying, that, when you're running I think everybody gets the benefit of what's on the menu. Also, we just benefited from onion rings. From your perspective, before we get you out of here, is like, how important is it? Because you guys are like the pistons in the engine, and how important is it to have that communication and leadership and being able to essentially make up for something? You might be out trying to fix something, then somebody else has to pick it up, where everybody is not just locked into one thing. Everybody's trying to help for the bigger purpose.
Everybody helps out. They do so much back there to help me, because at the moment, like if I was busy doing this, they'd be accepting the truck, helping put it away,
right,
checking in all the things that I need to check in. If somehow the equipment just broke down or something like that, I have people back there that are willing to take the time and figure out what I need to do with it.
Right.
Yeah, I just have willing workers, and it's lovely.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming on. Obviously, the menu, I would tell people, come out to Liquid Assets. Everything's good. And I'll say, you know what, I will be back so we can try your rub, even though, it'll be measured out there. I'm going to try your rub here and then actually try to get you, make something off schedule so I can get the true feeling of it. But we're going to take a quick break, come back. Jay Foreman, Austin Norman, Old School. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Old School with Jay Foreman and Austin Orman. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
What's going on, fans? This is Lexi Rodriguez, four-time All-American at Nebraska and now proud member of Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League One Volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players, and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering us on in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action this season. Go Big Green!
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks. Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Load up on meat and more this spring at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. This week's special through April 1st is $1 off all pasta, $2 off spaghetti sauce, and special discounts on hamburgers. Locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney and Lincoln, or also at 168th and Maple Streets in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Right now, when you drive by Honda of Lincoln, you'll see more than 200 new Hondas and over 125 pre-owned vehicles. Hi, Charlie Stone here, and with me on the line is Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, how does it feel to have so many vehicles in stock again for your customers?
Charlie, it feels amazing to see how excited our customers are. They love the ability to see, test drive, and take immediate delivery of the exact new Honda they're looking for.
Do you have some good offers to talk about?
We sure do, Charlie. We're offering financing as low as 0.9% APR up to 72 months, or great lease rates on every new Honda. It's the perfect time to drive away in the new Honda you've been dreaming of.
How about pre-owned, Andy?
We have over 125 pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Just about every make and model with prices starting at under $10,000.
Maybe it's time you experience the best, the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
It takes hard work to make Nebraska the right place to raise a family, build a business, or grow a community. We're counting on working parents to make it happen, and they're counting on childcare professionals to have their backs. Employers and other contributors can earn up to a $100,000 tax credit for strengthening childcare in our communities and state. Learn more at nebraskachildcaretaxcredit.org. Brought to you by First 5 Nebraska and Nebraska Children and Families Foundation and aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Back to old school on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Well, we're back. Jay Foreman, Austin Orman, old school, coming at you live out here at 27th and Jamie Lane, Liquid Assets, Sports Bar and Grill. We've been out here for 2 hours, going all the way to 6. MLB opening day. Start of Sweet 16 in about a little bit over an hour at 6:09 Central Standard Time. Liquid Assets is the newest sports bar and grill and your new go-to out here in South Lincoln. Opened their doors just a little bit over a month ago, but it's a great look and great spot. 23 beer taps, 32 TVs, 32 TVs strictly on sports, and plus a few for Keno. They have the MLB package for every team, so you're going to get to be able to watch all your favorite teams. I'm a Twins and Orioles fans, and obviously Austin and everybody else in Lincoln most likely are Royals fans, which they are trying to handle their business. I know my Orioles winning 12-2. So
6 home runs on the day for B. Moore.
Yeah, that's how we do
6
it.
of them.
Yeah.
2 of them from Adley.
That's how we do it.
How about that?
Yeah. You got to start fast, Austin.
It's going to be fun when they finish second behind the Red Sox, but
yeah. Well, they're going to get in the playoffs and then probably lose again. But you got my Twinkies up there.
they probably won't make it to the playoffs.
No,
but
they will not. You know, we need to resurrect old Tom Kelly, win a division and go out to get swept. But it's an exciting day for sports. Obviously, you have opening day, and then obviously you have just over a month ago opening out here at Liquid Assets, and obviously great atmosphere, great place, great service, great food. Appreciate Dana, the head chef, just coming on and dropping some knowledge, and then I'm going to be looking forward to trying her rub here in the future. But Austin, what's in the future is a lot of spring ball stuff. I think we had offensive coordinator today talked about it, or got up there and talked. I think Dylan spoke as well. I think it's the third practice. They're trying to get their feet wet, and get used to getting out there and moving around and doing football stuff. But I think right now, like everybody else across the nation, you're just trying to, reacclimate and then obviously reinfuse your foundation that, your principles, core principles, would have probably been up on, whiteboards and projectors throughout the whole off season. Now it's up to the players, the leaders, whether you're a senior, junior, or maybe a new freshman come in.
It's nowhere more obvious than the stadium driving in, Jay. I mean,
Yeah.
I can see it in my rearview mirror. It just says win.
Yeah.
That's simple. On the Jumbotron, it just says win.
Right. Yeah. I think the most important thing when you're trying to learn how to win, which I think they went through in the first year and then got better at it the second year, and you obviously hopefully get even better at it in the third year of Matt Rule, is, nobody goes back and asks for a picture of how you won. They just look at the score. And when you win, even if they're a whole bunch, we've seen teams that win a whole bunch of one-score games in the NFL. They're like, man, that's great. They must be doing something, the little things right. And then versus when we've been the king of the one-score losses, over, almost the last decade. So I think really when you're worried about just winning and really keep it simple, it also gives them a never-ending spot. Because you could ask 100 people what it takes to win. There's 100 different answers. They all could be right, and they're all principle-based. But then also I think the big thing when it comes to winning is making sure everybody is doing what's required to the maximum, both in physically and then obviously mentally and spiritually being there. But then also you want what you do required to make you do even more when it's not required.
And when people aren't watching.
Do you, creating good habits, creating habits of the little things, not getting your feelings hurt when you're getting coached or what they called out, which is essentially want you to, give your best effort and play up to your, your own standards and capabilities. And I think once they get that going, plus I think it's the first kind of, in a long time, I think this is really a good timing of like, you don't have any holdovers from previous staff that were established players. It's kind of relatively all new players. And so this is kind of really officially, even though it's, going into year 3 of Matt Rule, which it just seems like, just yesterday, maybe the first official kind of turning of the page. Now, you don't want to say it because I feel like those guys that played the last 2 years are part of it, but they were part of other, regimes. But I think also this is the first one where you can like, all right, this is, the bell cows are gone. So now you're going to see guys that have to step up, guys that have been waiting maybe a year or two to really try to show their stuff. And then you got new guys coming in willing to try to take their spot. So it's a unique time of guys that are kind of worked while they waited, hopefully. And then guys that are really to come in trying to put in work even in the present time.
And hopefully a Matt Rule that knows best how to optimize them now, right? I mean, this is a heck of a staff that he's put together now. I mean, a lot of turnover on the coaching staff, but we've heard some different people say that, this is probably the best staff Matt Rule's had. So what has he learned, over the last 2 years, right? Obviously, it's about the players. What they do will determine how the season goes. As Michael Massey hits a sacrifice fly to tie the game for the Royals at 4. Shout out Michael Massey for that. But I mean, it's a combination, Jay, of these players who have been here for a couple of years, like you said, maybe didn't get a shot. Their time is now
a little bit of player time,
bit here and there, but still have a long way to go to prove themselves. Combined with a head coach who's hungry to win, who made a lot of moves that show his sense of urgency, what he's learned from 2 years in the Big Ten. This spring can be a legitimate, springboard for this team based on the experiences they have and the experiences they want to have.
Yeah, and I mean, if things go hopefully as well as planned, this present day team will reap the benefits, but it's based off of what the previous 2 teams and what they learned and also put in work in those seasons. And so, the great thing about it is right here, you have some, well-known players. Obviously, you don't need to go through the same names, but also they're well-known players, but they have to reestablish themselves as dominant players. Everybody's essentially starting at the same level. And that's a good thing because then every day needs to be, I guess you could call it a new adventure, but it's a new competition because, yes, we know who the quarterback's going to be, right? But also, I'm sure Dylan's striving for being even better than he was last year. So he's not
same name, new player.
Right. And so he's not trying to stay pat. You got some guys that, stepped into some spots last year and did really well, like Latowski. He wants to really prove it that wasn't a fluke. And then you got, Justin Evans going to center. He's following along, obviously, after Ben Scott to show that he can make a position change. And you got Rocco coming in, and obviously Elijah Pritchard.
What's that looked like on the inside? Has Lutovsky stayed at right, or was a Spindler at right and Lutovsky kicked to left?
I have no idea, but I think they give him position flexibility, so it
Sure.
doesn't really matter.
Sure.
I think you're going to put out your best 5 guys.
Yeah.
So you got a lot, but I think I'm talking about even when you bring in Dane Key, he was really, really good at Kentucky, but, it gives you kind of like some tangible, obviously, where you can see like, all right, we've seen him do it in the SEC. Well, now we need you to do it here with our quarterback. And then obviously you bring in, Hunter and Gilmore. And so you got to get guys mixed in to make it one really good product. And on defense, there's a ton of opportunity there. And obviously some players that showed flashes on the first and second level. Now everybody has to step up. So it's not just like only thing I can say is I remember being a redshirt freshman, redshirted, and then I end up winning the starting spot after spring and through the summer. I had to step up. One guy. They had a lot of guys that were either established starters coming back, like Tyrone Williams and all those guys, Mike Minner and all those guys, and Jason Peter had played, Grant, that they had played enough plays in the year before. They already kind of knew what they needed to get, so they needed to raise their level of play up to, like, let's just say superstar status, right?
Yeah.
Which
they got
to very quickly. And then for me, I had to step up because I'm going from high school, practice squad, essentially red shirt, to starting on arguably, and I'm biased, that the greatest Nebraska team of all time and one of the best defense, well, quite frankly, the best defense that's ever stepped foot on Nebraska turf. Me as a redshirt freshman. So I know what these guys are feeling, and it's a hard thing. You got to make sure you got to get in where you fit in. You got to handle your business, but also you got to make sure you play within the team concept. And I think the coaching staff, when you're talking about adding to the coaching staff, I guess I look at it like this. Obviously, Tony White and obviously Terrence Knight left and stuff like that, and you got to make some adjustments. I think the best thing you can look at it, you like a coach that's willing to make adjustments. And this Big Ten is ever changing. And so the Big Ten that we maybe thought we knew 5-6 years ago is different than the one even this year. And so, look, we added 4 new teams just last year, and it seemed like it was overnight. It's not like we knew, like when Oklahoma or when Texas, was leaving or Oklahoma was leaving, that you kind of knew 2020 something they were leaving. It was kind of like, all right,
guess they're gone.
This Pac-12 is blowing up. Everybody started to, kind of find out where, soft landing spot. So, and then you brought in, essentially a modern day blue blood team or organization in Oregon, and then obviously a true blue blood in USC. That changes the dynamic of the whole Big Ten. Obviously with Nebraska, I think just getting over the 10 or 12 year mark in it, the Big Ten coming from the Big
2011.
Right. Yeah. So just barely getting past that. And so, which then obviously, just affects how you do everything. So I think right now everybody's going through the whole process together, which makes it, I think, good. So therefore you don't create any I wouldn't say people being comfortable, but like been there, done that,
the healthy sort of discomfort.
Right, yeah, right. I like
you're all learning together, you're all competing together, but you
pressure.
have to pull in the same direction, right?
Right.
Whether you're a player or you're a coach, the human temptation is to come in and make a splash, or the human temptation is to fit in.
Yeah.
Where can I fit in? Where do I, walk the team line, be a team player?
Yeah.
But within that system, within that mindset, when and where those opportunities I can step up and make a quote unquote out of system play, despite it being in system, because I'm just that good a player.
Yeah, and you got a new coordinator where he's, I think it's, they said they're going to keep a lot of the same stuff, and, they're going to probably add to it. They do it it doesn't matter who the coordinator, they're always going to add stuff in there. But, one of the things players, young players really struggle with is understanding making good football plays that help your team be successful on, in this case, defense are just as big as if you got a tackle.
Yeah.
Or you got a, pass breakup. If you're able to like pick a puller off in a toss play or a TG pull or something like that, that's a winning football play. Those are the plays that, sometimes get you drafted. They show on your draft highlight tape. So along with the guys starting to fall in love with that and understanding the true nuances of the game and really diving into being the best football player they can be, will accentuate and make this process of being a legit team, let alone defense. And because I'm always talking about defense, coming to the forefront, a lot faster. So, I think they got a great opportunity. I always say this, and talk about this when it comes to spring ball. I think Nebraska, more than any other year, has legit young potential great athletes and stuff like that, options, right? The best thing you can do if you're an option, I've been one of those guys. I was an option, started out 7th on the depth chart and work my way up. So I was an option.
There's a guy that knows a little bit about the option in front there.
Right. Is you want to become an answer. Spring ball is when you think about it individually, is going from an option to an answer. And in its younger players or players competing for positions, or a player that started last year that needs to be the option and then potentially hopefully the answer or be in the bell cow. So everybody's trying to compete for the same thing. Everybody has a ton of pressure on them, and it's good pressure because there's no, you can't say that I don't have an opportunity. You have an opportunity, in any form or fashion. And Matt Rhule showed you, as long as you work hard and you're able to, do what he needs to do, or you do what you need to do within their team, and you play well, they're going to put you out there. And I always go back to Mekhi Bear. I mean, he was left for dead.
Yeah.
With the previous staff. Now
scrapping for special teams.
Right. And if that before, he came in, I think he changed his body. I think he finally got healthy, had some kind of, knick-knack injuries, and started out in that first game against Minnesota, made a couple special teams plays, went out to Colorado the next week, made special teams plays, led the team in tackles. Next thing you know, he ends up starting for pretty much the next 2 years. Rotational player the first year, starting at obviously last year, was able to graduate, parlay it into getting in the transfer portal, and I'm sure he got some sort of compensation for it. And so that, most times when you have a new staff and you have a player that hasn't played or lived up to their billing, you're kind of just there. So when Matt Rhule tells you, you go through the, I know coaches probably always talk about the process and all that stuff. You go through the process and you play, and you take advantage of your opportunity, you're going to play. So, I just think it's a good, unique time for these guys.
And then let's address the fan perspective of this as well. You're going to hear names, chill.
Oh, yeah.
Whether you hear a name positively or negatively, chill. There are 3 practices into 15, 14, and then the Husker games or whatever, right? Not every player is going to be a superstar, but also just because you might not have heard their name or you forgot about them doesn't mean they're bad, right? Like I liked what Matt Rhule said, Jay, was, Nebraska is not in a process right now of figuring out who's going to play. It's figuring out who can play.
Yeah.
Who are the football players on the roster? Who are the guys that when they have an opportunity in practice, step up to the challenge? They make a play. They're in the right spot at the right time, right? You're not going to set the starting lineup. Would you like to? Maybe it'd be good to know.
Right.
But you also have all summer and then the start of fall camp to figure that out, right? Just figure out who can help you in some way on the football field, and that's a great step in the right direction just to start.
Nature will kind of start to separate itself, and you'll do that by consistency. Everybody's talented, everybody's athletic, right? And so it's not like there's a big discrepancy between, the first guy and the third or fourth guy. So consistency is going to be one of the biggest, attributes or things that can separate you and to hopefully lead to a starting spot. So, that's what they're trying to see. You can't play football if you only can once in a while. Great football players or good or great football players do it all the time. And no matter if it's flashy or just the basic, you know exactly what you're going to get. And that's where you know when I talk about the difference of expectations versus standards, I think expectations is emotion based, right? You have expectations to do the same thing that somebody else used to do that played before you, or wore your number, or played your position. The standard is when you play Julio Jones, the great, potentially probably a Hall of Fame wide receiver, when he was in the NFL at the height of his career, was back at Alabama working out with Alabama receivers. He pulled them to the side and said, listen, that's not how we do things around here. Julio Jones very easily could have said, you know what? I'm on my second or third contract. I don't need to worry about you guys. It's on the present coaches to deal with it. But that's the standard that he left and worked hard towards and embraced. That he expects to when he's in, at this time, I think Atlanta, when he's watching his team, that's what he expects. And so, yes, the standard is the standard is something that you can say in, you want to see this year, but then also in 2034, You want the standard.
Anyone that walks into the room should know what the expectation is, whether they were here 10 years ago or they're going to be here in 10 years.
Right. You should know what it's like. I mean, it's no different than look at the wide receivers at Ohio State, DBs at Ohio State, linemen from Alabama, Michigan, Notre Dame, tight ends from Notre Dame, tight ends from Iowa.
Yeah.
If you wear number 11 at Penn State,
you better be a dude.
You better be a dude.
You wear 7 at LSU.
Right.
You better make a play.
Right. And if you're a Texas, and there's one also, if you're a Texas A&M linebacker, a lot of them will wear number 59. That's the thing. That's the brotherhood that where you're thinking about all those guys that wore from Reggie Brown to Dat Wynn to all these dudes. They didn't know. I mean, they knew of each other, but they didn't play together.
Right.
But it's 4 or 5 years, different coaching staff regimes. You know what it's like. The wrecking crew, the black shirts, and all that stuff. So they're, this is what they're trying to build, and you definitely want to find out who can play. Can you walk and chew gum? Can you, can you? Barely. Definitely can't get out there.
Which one of those is harder?
Walking and chew gum, you got to do it simultaneously. So it is hard to do.
I'm saying for you right now, because for me it's
I could chew some gum. I can't walk where the tiddly poo right now, and especially can't get out there and move. I know Matt Rule was talking about me get out there. Listen, my back pedaling. I'm getting back, but I'm not pedaling.
It looked pretty good in the prod room the other day. Give credit for it.
Yeah, left foot wasn't. I can't get out my break.
And see, that's the difference. I mean, to outsiders like me, it looks like you're fine.
No,
but you know what it feels like.
Because the standard that I'm used to is never going to
be there reached.
So that's the great thing about football, but that's the hardest thing about football. Once you're done playing, you don't get to wrestle up 21 other guys, put pads on, and go play football. Whereas in basketball and baseball, you can go, do other stuff though. But what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break, come back once again. Old School's out here live for another about 15, 20 minutes. It's MLB opening day out here at Liquid Assets Sports Bar and Grill. Family friendly and obviously fantastic food and service out here. 27th and Jamie Lane. Jay Foreman, Austin Orman, Old School. We'll be right back.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Load up on meat and more this spring at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. This week's special through April 1st is $1 off all pasta, $2 off spaghetti sauce, and special discounts on hamburgers. Locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney and Lincoln, or also at 168th and Maple Streets in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus. Garage doors and more.
Spring is here. It's time to get back outside and into proper shoes this year. Brown's Shoe Fit is the place to buy this spring with their sale on athletic shoes. Get $15 off any regular priced athletic shoes with respected brands like Hoka, Brooks, New Balance, and On Running. And don't forget, Brown's carries a large arrangement of sizes and widths to fit your feet properly. Start your spring off right at Brown's Shoe Fit, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now through March 30th, enjoy USDA Choice whole beef short loin for $9.99 per pound, cut and wrapped for free. Plus a 3-day sale from Thursday through Saturday of USDA Choice 8-ounce New York strip steaks, just $7.88 each. Northern Fishery salmon portions $9.99 per 2-pound box, and a handle of Tito's handmade vodka, just $28.99. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
In today's digital world, technology works great until it doesn't. At Hamilton, we work to keep your business up and running. We are more than an IT company. We're your partner, focused on customized solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Say goodbye to tech stress and unexpected IT costs when you hire Hamilton. Together, we help you focus on what really matters. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
You grew up on cereal for breakfast and you graduated into drinking coffee at some point as an adult. Now there's a place in Lincoln where you can stay caffeinated but eat like you used to. Control Coffee and Cereal Bar brings Saturday morning vibes to every day with locally roasted specialty coffees, Lotus energy drinks, and tons of breakfast cereals with toppings. And did we mention they have video games to play while you're there too? Control Coffee and Cereal Bar open 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the weekends at 15th and Pine Lake. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
It takes hard work to make Nebraska the right place to raise a family, build a business, or grow a community. We're counting on working parents to make it happen, and they're counting on childcare professionals to have their backs. Employers and other contributors can earn up to $100,000 tax credit for strengthening childcare in our communities and state. Learn more at nebraskachildcaretaxcredit.org. Brought to you by First 5 Nebraska and Nebraska Children and Families Foundation and aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and March Madness is here, and Koppel is ready to rock and roll. We just closed the books on a tremendous February, and we're locked and loaded for a big March. True 0% APR is happening right now at Koppel on select new models. Plus, Koppel has over $10,500 off list on other select new models. Our pre-owned truck lot is full of late model low gyms as well. So make that short drive down 144th Street or check us out online at koppelcars.com. All deals with a roof credit, 0% is standalone.
Back to old school on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back for one final segment here at Liquid Asset Sports Bar and Grill, 27th and Jamie Lane. Just because we're wrapping up the broadcast does not mean they are wrapping up their operations for the day. They've had baseball on all afternoon since we've been here. It's mostly been a blast to watch. They will have NCAA basketball on any of their 32 televisions across the space tonight. Also have 23 different beers on tap. Austin Norman, Jake Sorensen with you. Jake, have you seen the beer selection yet? I have not been over there to take a look at the tap.
I have seen it. It's wonderful. They have Guinness on tap. And I'm here to tell you right now that this is going to hit home with people that are out there. Guinness is hard. A good Guinness is hard to find outside of Ireland and Scotland. And I think that Liquid Assets Guinness is some of the best I've had in America. Dead
Well
serious.
done.
So that's a huge compliment to Liquid Assets. And my brother-in-law actually is a major Guinness fan. He said the same thing. He's like, he came here at the grand opening, and he tried a Guinness. He's like, I try Guinness every place I go to. This is the best Guinness he's had. I had it again today. Confirmed. Very good still.
Number one, it's the color scheme. A lot of green going on here at Liquid Assets. Number two, you might be getting familiar with the bottom of a pint of Guinness if you have to continue to watch Angel Zerpa give up 2-run home runs.
Well, not just that. It's the fact that, you got to be clutch. The Royals, it was awesome to see the Royals score a run on Clase and get a blown save. When you get Clase to blow a save, you got to win the game.
He allowed 5 earned runs all last year. They get 1 on him off opening day.
It was 4-3 entering the ninth. The Royals start off with a double. They get a run. Michael Massey thought might have had a game-winning home run.
Nori Aoki 2014 all over again.
Gets caught at the warning track. Royals and Mark Kana strikes out to end the inning. Good at bat for him. Just struck out. And then the Royals implode in the top of the 10th. You have all the momentum of getting to the extras, and obviously runner starts off at second base to begin extras off the bat. Hunter Renfroe can't track a line drive because he's not very good. He's stuck in quicksand at all times.
Dude's a blocking tight end.
And the Royals will now be down
Hit
to
each
the
other.
last.
Oh, that's the second time that happened. Jake, it happened there in the outfield. Santana and Naylor collided on a foul pop-up before, and they didn't drop either of them.
Communication woes, but guess what? They're one out away from winning the game in KC. But reminder, Austin, the season's not over after game 1. You want to always.
Well, you're the one that's talking like it is.
You want to start off every year like you want to know, but you don't have to win game 1 to have a great season. So,
and sometimes if you win game 1, you'll have a crappy season.
That's
the
true.
White Sox currently lead the American League Central.
No.
The White Sox won a game. They're above 500 for the first time since they won on opening day of 2023.
Don't give up
Twins
on the White Sox.
are down 4-0, and now we have a 7-4 game in the bottom of the 10th with Bobby Witt Jr. up to the plate.
Yes, it's been a disappointing day. I mean, Royals are up 3-zip. Pasquantino, 3-run home run to take a 3-0 lead. Reagans, you thought at that point, hey, man, you're the ace. You got a 3-zip lead. Let's close this sucker out. Let's get to 6-7 innings. He could. Perfect. Goes 5 innings. 5+1 inning, he goes one. Doesn't get out into the 6th inning, and Zerpa decides to not pitch at all, or just pitch up
one pitch, and it's gone.
Balls to lose the game, and this game
get in the gap. Darn it.
Officially over. The Royals fall 7-4 to begin the season at home to Cleveland, but there's still 161 games to go, so don't give up, KC fans.
You'll hear most of them on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com as we are Lincoln's home for the Royals. Okay, your official Fire Them Into the Sun power rankings. Go from first fired to least fired into the sun.
Angel Zerpa, number 1, fire him into the sun. Number 2, let's go with Hunter Renfroe. Offensive bat, not good. No arm anymore, apparently, and he can't move. He's stuck in quicksand. That's number 2. Number 3, because of some of the worst base running I've ever seen, Kyle Isbell, into the sun he goes. I think I might.
Sam Long, are you
Sam Long
firing
goes
in
there?
there?
3 runs
Lower?
the 9th, 3 runs the 10th. He's 4th into the sun.
Are you firing Jonathan India into the sun after a couple misplays at third and then not a great day at the plate either?
Let's go him 5th. I'm not terribly upset with him. He's not like, hey, you got to go. But Zerpa in the sun immediately. Renfroe pretty quickly in the sun. I have been a defender of him. I've been somebody. I've been someone that says, Hunter Renfroe has had a couple good seasons in the league. He's got a good bat. But if that bat is not on, he's just not good enough defensively to overcome that. And, he can't be a DH because you got to have, he could
Salvi
be a
or
DH, I guess,
Vinny.
but Salvi or Vinny is ideally your DH because they're better hitters. They deserve to be DHs. So Renfroe is just not a good enough player to be a full-time DH. And, we'll see. I'm curious how Mark Cannon works in this lineup. If he becomes if he's just a reserve, if he gets more of a chance on a day-to-day basis. I mean, there's some holes. I'm not sold on Biggio, who was in the 8th spot. He's lower in the lineup for a reason, but didn't do anything today for the Royals. But this is still a team that we didn't talk about our official predictions, but they should be a playoff team. Reagans was not great. He wasn't horrible today. We'll see Seth Lugo when he pitches on Saturday. And Michael Wacha, same thing, how he will do. Lorenzen, Bubic, you got guys you like, but just a kind of a bummer. Great weather day in KC. I had tickets today and did not go, so I did not see them lose in person.
But you enjoyed your time at Liquid Assets even more.
Heck yeah, I did.
So.
Todd, Dana, Jenny, the staff. Mike's not here, but man, what a great place. There's Todd. He's the man. Todd Eicher, great guy. Great sports bar. Liquid Assets, Sports Bar and Grill, 2755 Jamie Lane, South Lincoln.
Get yourself down here. Baseball is still going on. NCAA tournament about to start. We got to get out of here. We're going to enjoy the rest of our time down here. For Jake, for Jay, I'm Austin. We'll see you down here at Liquid Assets soon.